Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul, where we do a short meditation and a little discussion. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Today is Saturday, May the 6th, 2023. And we will see who's going to come through for us today. But first of all, thank you for joining me today. We are a very interesting period of time. Please stay hydrated, stay grounded. What do we mean by grounded? Go out and get your feet on the earth, get out in nature, swim in the lake or the ocean, wherever you are. Ground, keep your body electrically synchronized to the Earth's magnetic field, especially during the next 10 to 15 days. We have most of today off where the energy will be pretty balanced, but some of you may be noticing electromagnetic glitches like computers running really slow, connectivity issues. These are normal and natural things that are happening as this movement in Ascension gets underway, as the planets and the Earth and the Sun begin to reorganize themselves. Meditation. Let's talk a bit about meditation. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we usually ask everybody to do throughout this session, because this teaches you to teach your mind and body to be under your authority. That's what meditation is for, to teach your mind and body to always be under your authority, not under the authority of television or radio or somebody or something else, but under your loving authority. And so the way to begin that process is first you need to teach your body how to breathe the way you need it to breathe. So you can draw breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sometimes you can draw breath in through the nose and out through the nose, whichever feels right for your body, because everyone's body is unique and distinct in very specific ways, although the mechanics and the fundamental workings are pretty much universal. But electrically, everyone's body is unique. So breathing slowly, deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you're exhaling, you want to direct your body and all the muscles in your body to relax. Always on the exhale. One of the benefits to that is, first, you're establishing a relationship that you're directing your body to operate under your direction. Now, for some of you, again, who are maybe new to this process of breathing is designed to teach you to teach your body to be what you need it to be at any point of time and space, so that your body's not reacting and responding instinctually as it does with most people. This trains your body to simply sit, relax, and be still. That's the function of the first step of meditation, to simply teach your body that no matter what's going on around you or what's going on in your mind, that you can keep your body completely still and quiet. For those of you that have a mind that runs on, have minds that have been filled with fear and doubt and other negative emotions from so-called entertainment and mass media mechanisms, it will be a little bit more of a challenge, but no less difficult than for everybody else if you apply the process of breathing. Because once the body is relaxed, you'll find something begins to happen. That your mind, as you learn to keep your body relaxed in the moment, all the muscles released, relaxed, and let go, so that the body's just completely relaxed. That's it. And to keep the body like that for at least 15 or 20 minutes a day is really, really powerful for returning the authority you have over your body back to you. Now, the second part of this involves the mind, that thinking thing in your head, that place where all your thoughts and your memories, your future concerns are stored and placed. And you want to use the breathing for that as well, so that you breathe in, and as you exhale, you allow all the thoughts. Imagine you can just breathe them out of your body. And so you're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're giving all the thoughts, memories, emotions, and future concerns and considerations permission to be still and to be quiet. That's all you're going to do, is just give your thoughts permission to be still. And you can actually say to your mind, be still, be quiet, be peaceful. And you say it in a very gentle and sincere and kind way. The reason you say it in that fashion is because the mind and body are very closely connected and are often driven by survival impetus, instinct, they call it. And so you're training your mind and your body to surrender its instinct in place of your direction, so that the body and mind aren't anticipating what's going to happen. What's that sound? What's this thing going on? You're literally teaching the mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. Always on the exhale. Each of you will notice this, that when you exhale, it's easy to relax the body. At that point, it's easier. When you exhale with thoughts, it's the same thing. It gets easier. You're releasing, and the body understands that. The mind understands that as a suggestion to let go, to relax, to be still, to be quiet. The goal of this is so that you retain and regain authority over your thinking mind. That is, you can tell it to be still, to be quiet. You don't have to have it running on all the time. And it's always on the exhale. You'll find if you're doing this right now, where you breathe deeply, as you exhale, let the body relax. Breathe deeply. As you exhale, let the thoughts leave your mind. And you want to communicate to your mind and body that it's safe, it's okay to let go, to be open and receptive to you. You want to teach your mind and body that it's okay to be open and receptive to you. Most people have left their minds and bodies open and receptive to television and everything out there telling you what to think, to be, to do, to say or not say. And you need to regain that authority over your mind and body so that your mind is not filled with the confusion and the anxiety and the uncertainties and the fear that are often put into people's minds through mass media mechanisms. As you gain more proficiency at teaching your body and teaching your mind to be still and to be quiet, you'll understand the statement from the biblical teachings where he says he walked out and stilled the waters. Think of your mind and body as an ocean of consciousness, thought, sensation, that your body is like a movement of energy, like a sea or a lake or a pond. And that you can literally, through this process, still the waters, quiet the mind, quiet the emotions, quiet the body. And then you can walk upon the surface of the waters, which is a quiet mind and a quiet body. Think of that as a still, calm space that you establish through this deliberate process of directing your body and directing your mind to relax, to let go, and to become open and receptive to your awareness. That is the fundamental goal of today, to and for anybody that wants to learn this process. That you need to train your mind. You can't depend upon the world or pills or drugs or doctors to correct your mind for you. It's your mind. It's not their mind. And pills and drugs and things like that can certainly alter the biological chemistry of your body. But then you have to become dependent upon those things in order for your mind to have some form of peace. What this teaches you, very simply and easily, is how to train your mind. You become the pill, so to speak. You become the director of thought, saying it's okay to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. And you're breathing. Throughout this process, you're breathing, relaxing the tensions from the body, relaxing the tension and thought from the mind. Always on the exhale, it's easier to experience the release of thought and the release of tension from your body. Many of you will notice, some of you quite quickly, that it's much easier than you imagined simply by exhaling and letting thoughts go quiet, letting muscles release and relax. Again, the purpose of this is to get you to a place where you are no longer subjective to the directions of the environment, but that you are now able to function consciously and creatively and independently from the acquired information you have. Once you're able to establish a healthy awareness over the contents of your mind, you can then begin a process of rebuilding your mind to reflect for you what you want contained within it. This ultimately leads itself to your being able to master your energy, which is emotion. And as you know, every emotion that you experience will cause an effect in your life. In fact, the life around you right now is a reflection of the dominant emotions that you hold within yourself. That is your immediate experience. The people, the events, the circumstances that are in your life right now can be directly correlated to the thoughts, memories, and emotions that are most dominantly active in your mind and body. And when you can change the dominant thoughts and emotions that are operating in your mind, you start to creatively influence and affect your environment, your physical well-being. And one of the things I was told today was that it was very important that humanity begin this process collectively and individually, that we must unite ourselves closer to a vibrational state of love than the existing vibrational state of fear, which you see amplifying. And a lot of people asking, well, where does all this fear come from? Why all this aberrant dysfunction of behavior? Is it possible? Is it possible that we are aware that we are going to reap effects of our own causing? Is it possible that we can have a greater influence over time, space, and matter than any of our sciences can currently speak about? That you as an individual sentient being have the ability to change and affect your world in very profound and very simple ways. So we're going to go into this a little bit, this function of meditation, so that you gain basic experience with teaching your body to relax when you want it to and on command, so that you can literally at any time, anywhere go, relax. And it just relaxes for you. Or that you can turn to your mind at any time and say, be still. And suddenly the mind is still. It's not distracting you. And when you can command your mind to be still, that means the emotions that are being stimulated by the thoughts that are going on in your mind, both consciously and subconsciously, won't activate emotional centers that don't serve you. So being able to quiet your mind and quiet your body as a function of your free will places you into the position where you can restore yourself to peace. Because much of what is in the world today is not loaning itself to restoring you to peace. And we are not going to assign any form of blame. It is simply a process that is unique to every individual, and that every individual has access to this process. But for you that are hearing these words right now, just simply take a long, slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, give all the muscles in your body permission to relax. Allow them to relax. Allow the muscles on your face to relax. You can actually say to the muscles on your face, relax, and let them relax. If they go back up and they try to get tense again, just breathe and let them relax. If any part of your body tries to stay tense, just use your breath and breathe and give that part of the body permission to relax. It may take more than a couple of breaths, but you'll eventually start to feel the body surrender to your direction, because by nature, your body is designed to follow your directions, designed that way. So a slow, deep breath into the body. And as you exhale, allow all the muscles to relax. You can also allow all the organs and nerves to relax as you exhale. And as you exhale, you can even allow the joints, tendons, and ligaments in your body to relax. As you exhale, feel how much easier it is to experience the body relaxing. And continue breathing in this fashion with each breath, telling the body gently that it can relax more and more fully and completely. This begins to free your awareness away from the tensions that were in the body, because now the tensions are being liberated from it by the breathing. This frees you up to move into the space where you have thoughts, memories, emotions, and future considerations going on in your mind at this moment. And now you can use the same mechanism of your breath to breathe into the space. Just imagine you can breathe into the space of your thoughts. And you draw breath into that space. And as you exhale, you give all the thoughts, memories, and emotions permission to be still, quiet, and peaceful. And you can think those words as you exhale: be still, quiet, and peaceful. Now, for some of you, your mind will go quiet very quickly. For others, it may go a little slower. But simply reapplying the process of the breath with that specific set of words: be still, be quiet, be peaceful. As you exhale, allowing and releasing all thoughts, allowing each breath to go into the space of thought. And as you exhale, releasing, letting go of all thought, allowing your mind to become quiet, still, and peaceful. If your thoughts, memories, and emotions continue to become active, do not get impatient with them. Simply understand that those parts of your mind require a few more breaths and a few more focused suggestion from you so that they can begin to assume the direction that you're giving them, much the same way as your body relaxed as you continued giving the muscles direction to relax. And with each and every breath, continue to release thought and tension from the entire body and mind, so that you're deliberately and intentionally now directing your mind to be still, quiet, and peaceful, and allowing your body to relax more and more fully and completely under the direction of your breath. If a specific emotion seems very intense or very strong, that it seems to be persistent, just turn your attention to that emotion and speak these words to the emotion that's very intense. It's okay, I am with you, and I will take care of you. Think or speak those words to any emotions that seem unusually strong. You're safe, I'm with you, I will take care of you. And continue to repeat that thought to any strong emotions that seem to be persistent. Make certain that your internal tone of voice is very gentle. Your internal tone of voice towards those emotions needs to be gentle. You are safe. I'm with you. I will take care of you. And notice how the emotions respond when you interact with them using those thoughts and a gentle tone of voice. This begins a process of liberating you from simply being subjective to the thoughts and information contained within your mind. This is the beginning step of getting liberated from the confines of the personality and reassuming gently and lovingly and consciously a healthy and proper authority over your own mind and your own body. It is always the function of breath that is the sacred instrument, if we could use that term. Your breath is a sacred instrument that you use to direct the activities of both body and mind when employed in the fashion that we are suggesting to you right now. Gently, consciously, patiently, deliberately, with every breath, allowing your body to relax more fully and completely, allowing the mind to release thoughts, memories, and emotions as you exhale, giving your mind permission to be still, quiet, and peaceful. When you use language like be still, be quiet, be peaceful, use those words in a very gentle tone of voice. If you use a harsh tone of voice, you can create resistance. This is something that everyone needs to be taught, that you have the ability to assume conscious authority over your own mind and your own body. This will also loan itself as your mind gets quieter, calmer, and more peaceful under your direction. This will begin to alter the chemistry in your body that then begins to make corrections in your physical states and conditions, for you no longer have thoughts that have an emotional charge or memories that have an emotional charge operating unconsciously or in a detrimental fashion towards you. As you continue this process of breathing, you'll gain natural and easy authority over your body and your mind. In the position where you experience your body releasing and letting go and being quiet and open and receptive to you, and at the point where you experience the mind quieting, the emotions settling down under your direction, you begin to return yourself to a healthy authority over your divine instrument, that is the personality that you've been acquiring from the world and the biological organism that you use while you're existing in this physical dimension. As the simple truth about your body, it is the instrument through which you are able to interact in this physical dimension. It's not who you are. It is the instrument, the vehicle. Your mind, likewise, is a vehicle that you use to reorganize and restructure conditions of matter, time, and space. But our goal today was very simple: to give you a first-hand experience in directing your own body, to follow your directions in this fashion, where you can actually sit down and at any time calm the body and quiet the mind. This is not something that you are readily taught anywhere else, that you can be taught and teach your mind to be your servant and not your master. Many of you have deferred the functions of your mind and thoughts to external mechanisms, which is why so many of you feel disempowered, confused, angry, and afraid, because you've been dependent on something outside of the very self that you are that can assert a very loving authority over your process of creation in this world. In returning to this place where you can direct your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, as you learn this process of internal interaction with your mind and body, you'll also begin to acquire a healthy and constructive authority over the creative processes that are occurring in your environment. That is, what is happening in your world around you immediately is a product of your mind, the emotions, and how they radiate out and through your body into the world, that they cause effects. As you come to this place of awareness and you begin to experience the peace, calmness, and stability that comes with being able to experience that your mind is an instrument that you have authority over, that you do not need a pill or a drug to alter and change your mind and body. You are the agency that is fully capable of doing this. And you may have been trained to believe that the only thing that can change you is outside of you, and we will differ with you and say that is not true. That is actually what you are within yourself that is the greatest and most important agent of effect and change that you can utilize while living in this physical dimension. You can learn to interact with your mind and body in a way that's far more beneficial to you than many external systems of learning. That is not to say there are not very wonderful systems of knowledge and wisdom and education in this physical dimension. We are merely saying that you are the ultimate agent of authority over your own mind and body, and as that is how it should be. But that, again, is a choice one must exercise to acquire authority over your body, to acquire authority over the thinking mind is very important. And there are exclusive places around the world where you can engage in these practices and acquire such a level of proficiency that even your skin cannot be pierced, nor burned, nor harmed. You may arise to that level of awareness, but it takes the ability to be developed that you are the authority over the thinking mind and the biology. So this process of the breath, breathing slowly and deeply, allowing tensions to leave the body, directing the body to relax as you exhale. With each exhale, directing your body to relax. And then applying the same process of using your breath to direct your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. And you do so with a gentleness of tone in your mind, towards your mind. It is, you are gentle. Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. You are safe. I'm with you. I will take care of you. The language that you give to your mind will either support or hinder the process. So this becomes very important. The way in which your internal tone of mind is allowed to operate can loan itself greatly to your liberation or your confusion. Now, what we have here is something that you must understand. We have on this shirt here the statement, the statement that you are love. That is the fundamental truth about what you are as a spiritual consciousness. You are love. That may not be so true in terms of the information in your mind or the way your body may exist at this present time based on how you've treated it. But your fundamental consciousness is a foundation of love. And that once you realize and consider the possibility, then you can ask yourself the question, what would love think? What would love say? And what would love do? What would love think? What would love say? What would love do towards your body? What thoughts would love think? What actions would love do? To consider this idea in your mind right now, especially when you get to the place where your mind, through this process of breathing, where you get your mind and your body to that place where it is quiet, open, and receptive to your awareness, then you can consider, what does love say? What does love think? What does love do? You will discover that great changes can be manifested in your life in comprehending what love would think, what love would say, what love would do. We go further to say that more and more of you are awakening up to this truth, that you are a function of love, that your mind and your body are instruments that you use in the process of creation in this physical dimension. And that those of you that understand in greater numbers this process and apply it, that you may collectively unite your intelligence to effect changes that would seem impossible by any standards of your sciences, but are quite easy to perform through the function of creation, that is, through a deliberate act of your consciousness, interacting specifically with mind and matter, with the outcome of producing what you see as your experience. And this process has been universally applied, whether you are conscious of it or not. Your existing cities, your creations of all sorts that have sprung forth from your interaction with this dimension of time and space, are products of that process of creation, of ideation, of emotion, as emotion is the foundation for all biological actions. When you have authority and control over energy, which is the fundamental substance of emotion generated by thought, you can assert great authority over this dimension. And when a great number of you are unified, you can alter an entire planet. You can alter an entire solar system, even a galaxy. if you understand, and there's no encumbrances to the idea that this is possible. This is neither magical nor miraculous, simply a natural phenomena of the function of creation in a hierarchical structure that works through time, space, and matter. You will gain more liberation and freedom if you choose to apply this simple process consistently and repeatedly at any time you find your mind or your body getting restless unnecessarily, and you recognize there's anxiousness or emotions that do not serve you. That is a very good time to take your body, to sit it down, to use the breath, to gain the experience that it will follow your direction. And you breathe and you release and you allow the body to relax. And you breathe and you release thought and you allow the mind to become still, quiet, and peaceful. And you gain at every opportunity the fundamental understanding that you are indeed the authority that operates over the mind and the body that you currently inhabit. This process we call ascension, the awakening, so that you no longer remain subjective to the conditions of this world, that you then become effective creators over time, space, and matter, which you are designed by nature to be anyway. This liberation of your consciousness from subjectivity to matter, time, and space will move you into a realm of creation that has been experienced by numerous societies that have existed in this physical dimension, upon this physical planet, in what you would call your history. You can see remnants of some of these places, these great civilizations, for which many of you have no comprehension of how they came to be or why they fell. But suffice it to say that without a proper understanding of the function of your consciousness over the elements of matter, time, and space, then you will likewise experience a very similar transitory existence as a species. That the laws of nature, which is like the laws of rhythm, will simply go on their natural course, if not altered or changed in some way by an intervention of consciousness, which you are capable of doing. And many of you intervene in your consciousness and your experience of time and space quite regularly, but have not taken a deep enough interest to really understand when that happens or why. Those examples where you are experiencing time going on so slowly, it takes so long, and times where time goes so quickly and so fast, and very few of you question, how is that you alter and change your experience of time and space? Because you are creating intelligence. This process we offer you today is very simple. It doesn't cost you any money, and it takes very little time to sit your body down, to direct it to breathe, to direct it to relax, to release, to let go. To do likewise for your mind, where you draw your breath into the space of thought. To give your mind permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. That it is perfectly safe. You are present with it and you will take care of it. That you can then begin to become very aware that you can alter time and space very deliberately. Some of you may go so deeply into this process that many hours can pass by as if they were but seconds. Because you do have an authority over creation that is not fully realized, but it is well within the capabilities of every one of you hearing these words. Our only reason at this time is to provide you with this information, that you would have the opportunity to experience the full scope of your capabilities, both individually and collectively. The distinct chaos that exists in your consciousness upon this planet right now makes it very difficult for you to be an invited guest into any other highly organized civilizations. You would not bring a drunkard into a china shop, would you? But the opportunity is always present. The means and mechanisms available to you. And if you apply them, you will find yourselves being liberated from your suffering quite quickly. The normal movements of nature, time, and space can literally be altered and changed by your effective application of these principles, that even the seasons of this planet can be changed if you understand what we have said sufficiently enough that you can experience that as a function of your will, both individually and collectively. And you have heard it said that you could say to the mountain, move, and it would move itself to wherever you would direct it. This is a profound truth. But very, very few have realized it, and even fewer have been able to apply it properly. The level of wisdom and knowledge required to recognize the application of your creative consciousness upon time, space, and matter requires some very direct experience, which you have available to you now. And there are those in very small numbers that have the capacity to do as we've suggested. And many of them are with us. If you choose to awaken, you do not have to experience the deep sleep again. If you choose to awaken, you do not have to experience the deep sleep again. You will be hearing more of these simple things. It is not in the confusion and chaos that you will discover the truth. It is in the place outside of that, which is where you truly reside as a soul, as an awareness, as a sentient being. You are not designed by nature to be subjective to neither mind nor matter. They are designed to be your servants, not your masters. And so it is our hope that you will hear these words today and apply them first in your own life. Do not concern yourself with too much of the world at this time. There is sufficient time to make the necessary corrections in your consciousness, both collectively and individually, to effect a very profound and beautiful change in the creative process. And again, we use these words such as beauty very carefully, for in the process of destruction, great beauty can emerge. The understanding of this is as simple as we can possibly make it, that the function of your breath, that you can direct your body to breathe, that you can teach your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, that to gain this fundamental understanding that you have this authority is to bring yourself to the beginning of liberation, to the doorstep of deliberate creation. And many of you lament and concern yourselves with why things are not as you would wish them to be. And it is simply this reason, that you have not taken full autonomy and authority over your own mind and body. And so the creative process has been defaulted to the information you've acquired from this world exclusively, or the suggestions and inclinations of your mass media communication systems, which again loan themselves to unreasonable functions of consciousness. In this day when you awaken, to the understanding that you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, these are instruments to be applied in the function and practice of creation. In that realization, you will then begin to experience what we would define as freedom. Freedom, in common terms, is the ability to organize time, space, and matter into a pleasing effect for your own experience. That does not mean that you are without error in the process, for that is part of the learning process, is error, but that you are able to recognize error and institute corrections in the function of creation. We leave you with this, that you might awaken yourself sufficiently enough during this time where the great energies are permeating each and every one of you, affording the opportunity to elevate yourself up very high in consciousness, or to bring yourself very low in consciousness. That is an experience more of destruction than of love. And as you only have these two polarities to choose from, love or fear, can make things very simple. What does love think? What does love say? What does love do? These simple three questions can afford you a stairway to heaven, if we can use that term. What does love think? What does love say? What does love do? The same can be said of the opposite. What does fear think? What does fear say? What does fear do? They are very polarized to each other. And yes, the polarity has its value as well, but we will not go into a discussion on the polarity of these. Rather, simply affirm that you have the choice to love or to fear, to create from the energy of love or to create from the energy of fear. These are your only two choices. There are no other choices available in creation. I just want to say thank you to the Pleiadians for coming through me today and sharing this simple wisdom with us. And they've been interacting with a lot of people on this planet. And it's getting right down to only those two functions. Our only choice as individuals and as a species is either love or fear. So I want to say thank you to them. And I will let a couple of questions come before we head off. Good morning, everybody. Grand rising. It is a grand rising. Someone's saying, hi, Paul, on TikTok. Anything you can tell me? I'm so desperate to hear something. Paul, can we ask you just to turn to that feeling of desperation? Like, turn your attention towards your desperation, to that feeling of desperation. Turn your attention towards it and take a slow, deep breath. And think and speak these words to your desperation. Like, let your desperation receive these words from you. So speak and think these words, and think and speak them in a tone of voice that sounds like you really mean it. And to that feeling of desperation, just simply think, I am with you. I will take care of you, even if I do not understand you. And be very aware of how that sensation of desperation reacts and responds to that. I'm with you. I'll take care of you, even if I do not understand you. And then share with others, Paul, what you experience in doing that. You can leave a comment. That would be really nice if you would do that, because other people need to know. And we got a lot of questions. Hi, TikTok. We are at a really powerful point. Again, I want to thank the Pleiadians for coming through today. This is really good. Remember, it's important, if you want to learn more about this, you can go to my website and check out our Masterclass series that are channeled by the Ascended Masters, the Pleiadians. Many other beings come through in the lessons and the meditations that are held in the program. What does grand rising mean? Well, that was a comment somebody said on YouTube, Betsy, but what grand rising means to me personally is literally awakening yourself from subjectivity to your thoughts and your body. In other words, you become aware that your thoughts and your body are not who you are. They're instruments that you can alter and change so that you can alter and change your life. That's what it means. So you're arising from subjectivity to your mind and body. You're rising up in consciousness. So awakening your soul is another term for it. Awakening your soul. And thank you to everybody who's participating in this. I know we've got students on our YouTube channel who are still in the meditative state that are generating a field of love and energy towards everything. Because that's your energy, your emotion affects time, space, and matter very specifically. Thank you, Chris, for keeping things moving over there on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Someone's asking, do I believe that we should remove our money from our banks? I believe that you ought not to allow fear to govern your actions. If you're going to, whether you are going to leave your money in your bank or take your money out of your bank is a personal choice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do want to say that if you're making any decisions, do so from love. Do not do anything from a place of fear. The results of fear are very specific, and so are the results of love. And if you ask yourself that simple question, what would love think, say, and do? What would love think, say, and do? Right? I have a lot of personal opinions about the global financial, social, and economic systems, but I'm not here to share those. But I do believe that you need to be functioning from love, not fear. That's a beautiful question, Charlie. For those of you that are on TikTok or YouTube, if you have a question that you really, really want answered, on YouTube, you can use the super chat feature. On TikTok, you can go to my bio and click the Linktree link, and you can send your question directly to me. I will get that straight through a notification that you've asked that question. Thank you. I'll just make sure I got the app open so I can see. Okay, thank you. I'm feeling stuck. Anything you can share with me? This is the Mystic Gypsy. That's a cool handle, the Mystic Gypsy. Every emotion, this is what they have taught me. Every emotion that we feel lives in a specific place in our body. Memories and emotion have specific places they live in our bodies. And so that feeling of stuck that you're having right now, recognize where it is in your body. Where do you feel it most? Is it in your chest? Is it in your shoulders, back? Is it in your head? Is it in your legs or feet? Or is it through your whole body? Wherever you can detect that feeling of stuckness in your body, bring your attention to the feeling of stuckness, and then take a slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, give that feeling of stuckness permission to relax. Just allow that part of the energy in your body to relax as you exhale. And you can even think to it. It's okay to relax, to release, to let go. And do that several times. Once you start feeling the energy changing in your body, once that starts to happen, then the events and circumstances in your world that are connected to that stuckness will undergo a corresponding change. This is very important to understand, that when you change an energy in your body, that energy is connected to events in time and space that you're experiencing. Change the energy in your body, it will change the connecting events that are in the world related to it. So yes, and please, when you do that, please share with us what you experienced by just doing that simple process. One of the things I love is they tell me it's very, very, very easy. Creation was not designed to be a complex scientific process. It was designed to be easy. As you think, so it is. It's literally what Master Jesus keeps telling us. As you think, so it shall be. But what happens is we have been so captivated by what others tell you to think or believe or say that you become disconnected from your own creative potential, right? But yeah, it gets to a point being really simple. It's all very, very simple. Question from Sarita. Today is my dearest stepdad's heavenly birthday. Any message from him? I love him dearly. He loves you back. Um, it's like this feeling around your heart. He wants you to receive this feeling. Put your attention in around like the heart center of your body, like the heart center, which is right around here between the breasts, right in here, and just relax. Bring your attention there. He wants to impart a feeling of his love to you in your heart center, and just let yourself. You can pull your shoulders back just a little bit to open up to receive that, and just let yourself receive that energy from him. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just scrolling up here. Someone's saying, I missed the second masterclass. Life got in the way. I broke my foot, sold my house, was homeless, and now I found a home. I am fortunate to have a home. I will catch the next masterclass. Yeah, Michelle, I'm so happy that you're going on the journey you're on. It's wonderful. Everybody has the right time and the right way of affecting change in their lives. And I'm asking Raphael to send healing to your foot, to restore it to its perfect divine template of itself. Yeah, I see that. So someone's asking me, Shireen Simon is asking, hang on, I'm gonna pull this up. Give me a moment, Shireen. I'm just pulling your question up, hon. So Shireen is saying, hello. Will my business black print online store and media company be financially abundant for myself and vendor partners? I'm being told yes, and it is contingent upon your ability to stay in the joy and the love upon which you built this creation, to stay very closely connected to the feeling of joy and love upon which this creation is built. It is important that you understand that your energy and those with whom you are involved, each of you must collectively be in alignment with the love and the joy connected to the idea, and let all of your actions and interactions come from that love. What you will say, what you will do, when and how you will do them, let them be all products and functions of love, not fear. We understand that you have had some delay in some respects. Do not let the delay stimulate a negative emotional perception in your consciousness. Keep your awareness centered in love. Let all ways you view your business and all those that are connected and to be connected to your business will join in this vibration of love and prosperity. It is important that you feel it in your body and look upon it in all things that are connected to your business. Yes, this is so important. We often have been taught to think, oh, I just feel the way I feel. This is just the way I feel. I can't change it. No, that's not true. You can really literally change your emotions at any time, in any moment. With the simple process the Pleiadians just gave us earlier, the simple function of your breath, breathing slowly and deeply, training your body to be still. And I want to thank you for that question, Shreen. It's a very powerful one. A lot of people don't know that the emotion that you hold at any moment is creating whatever emotion you have in you is creating your conditions. And what's really fascinating is most of the emotions people are feeling, they didn't choose it. You get them from the people they've given you from television. There are so many shows and so-called entertainment that will give you fear and will give you guilt and will give you terror. There's lots of movies that put emotion in you. So remember, align yourself to love, Shireen. Stay in that energy and encourage all of those involved in your business to do the same thing. When you open the door to your store, anytime you think about it, just be grateful. Say, I'm so grateful that I get to express my love this way creatively, because your business is your love and expression. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Shireen. Thank you. We got to that. Kelly, we got a question from Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Kelly's asking, are there several different fractals of Jesus? And if so, have they all had different experiences? And that's why some say he didn't die on the cross, but married and had several children. This is a really, yes, because I've had this question. Yes, I will. Okay. In mastery, you see right now you are localized to the body in which you find yourself. That physical body that you are hearing these words that are coming through this body to you. That physical body in which you exist is a localized expression of time and space, orchestrated by your consciousness. You appear to hear and think that this one reality is all that exists to you, and from the perspective of the body that you're hearing these words through, for that body, this specific expression of consciousness exists. Likewise, in the realm of your mind, while the consciousness is much broader, for in your mind you can conceive of past and future. You have the capacity to perceive or conceive of a future and a past, which expands your creative capabilities beyond the moment of the biology that's hearing these words. With regard to this one that you call Master Jesus, with regard to him, his consciousness is not located linearly to one body, to one time and space. So yes, there are many fractals in consciousness. As awareness expands, it incorporates more of itself into itself. That is, even now, we could ask you to remember what you have done from the moment you opened your eyes this day. And in a single instant, you can suddenly recall that whole gap of time and space from the moment you awoke to the present moment. You contain that time and space in your consciousness. This principle can be applied to many lifetimes and timelines, that as you expand your consciousness, you can incorporate greater realms of spheres of experience, many different timelines. The functions of time, space, and matter from the perspective of your sciences will open itself up to an understanding of this as your quantum sciences evolve themselves more and concern themselves more with consciousness rather than the phenomena of effects. Wow, thank you. Great question, Kelly. So yes, those timelines do exist. Oh, you're very welcome, Michelle. Yeah. And yes. Yeah, the stuckness will go away. Do my spirit guides have any message for me? I need the guidance. Hi, KJ. Yeah, you're on a path right now. Like you're literally on a path right now. They're telling me it's the way it's being presented to me is you're on a solitary path right now. Yes. Yeah. They're saying you're on a very solitary path of awakening at this time, that you will reveal yourself to yourself. What do you mean by that? Yes, they are in the position of differentiation, of recognizing the distinction between their thoughts, their body, and the nature of their consciousness. When one is fully realized, we will become present with them. Okay, so what I'm hearing them say is when you awaken to not trying to perceive reality through your thoughts, I don't know if you meditate, KJ, or if you can get your mind and body quiet, but if you can get your mind and body still and quiet, you'll start to hear and perceive your guide and angels directly. You'll start to hear, yes, Azrael. Azrael is one of the beings that works with you, and she's the first one that will come to you in the silence. You need to get your mind and body into a place of silence and receive guidance and inspiration from her. Also, I want to add to this, because it keeps being poked into my mind at the moment, is before you go exploring mediumship and exploring other dimensions, I highly encourage that you begin a process of properly hydrating your body, feeding your body properly, exercising your body properly, getting proper sunshine, going out and grounding. You want to raise the vibrational frequency of your body up so that you can incorporate higher frequencies of consciousness into your creative expression here, right? They in our 101 masterclass, we go very deeply into this process of raising your physical vibration up through grounding, through meditation, through proper hydration. But you're going to start to, Azrael will come to you first in that place of silence. Corey's asking, I would like to know if my ancestors have anything to tell me. I'm not picking up anything. I'm just getting like this feeling of peace and calmness. Just this. Is that it? Okay. That the feeling, you need to cultivate the feeling of peace and calmness. There's something about something's going to break through in this. When you get in that state of peace and calmness, you can maintain that. They're saying like 3 weeks of this. If you can maintain this feeling of peace and calmness for 3 weeks, like literally a door is going to open for you. A huge doorway is going to just open for you. I don't know. Yes. It's going to be walking from you'll be bridging from the past into the now. You'll be leaving the past behind you. This is what will happen. You'll be leaving the past behind you. Wow, thank you. We'll take 2 more questions and then we're going to head on out. I like the dialogue going on YouTube. Any messages from my dog who passed last month? He misses the ear scratching. He misses the ear scratching. You can interact with him on an astral plane. You can interact with his energy. Like, get your body sat down somewhere, relax. Yeah, they won't be leaving you anytime soon. Just sit down, relax, and just let yourself feel their energy. You know, when we leave, yes, I know that's a little uncomfortable when somebody close to us leaves the physical dimension. We miss that physical energy. But if you can shift your perception just a little bit and feel the energy of their being, because it's like, is there an example I can give here that would help people understand this? In Carillion photography, they've now discovered that they can take a plant and take a picture of it with a Carillion camera, and they see the plant and the energy around the plant. When they cut the plant or a part of the plant off, the energy is still there. The energy still exists, although that part of the plant no longer exists. And that's true for human beings and animals. When our physical system stops functioning, it ceases to exist, then there's an energy that we exist as that's not physical, right? Some people call it astral energy. Some people call it psychic energy. Some people call it spiritual. It doesn't matter what you name it, but you're no longer on a physical dimension, but your energy still exists. So yeah, licking your hand, wants to lick your hand. Feel it. Like, feel the energy of that. I'm going to take 1 more question here, and I think we're going to head on out. Yes. I'm just scrolling down here. Oh, wow, a lot of questions. Someone's saying, I have undiagnosed pain in my belly from trauma, 2 years. How do I heal it? Laura Lee, thank you for that question on TikTok. Okay, Laura Lee, if you're willing, because we had a beautiful soul come on about a week and a half ago that had a huge healing around long-term pain she was experiencing. So we're going to share that process with you and anybody else that here that wants to apply this. So Laura Lee, get yourself comfortable in a chair, or you can, if you want, you can lie down, but get into a position where your body's as relaxed as it can be. And then what we want you to do is to take both hands and place them over the place in the body where the physical pain is. Place both hands. Now, Archangel Raphael is going to be with you while you do this, okay? So I want you to just place the two hands over that area in the body where that pain exists, where it's been persistent. And just bring your awareness to the pain. Don't attack it. Just bring your awareness to the very center of the pain, where the pain is most intense. Bring your awareness there. And now just observe the space that the pain is occupying in your body. Just feel the space. Now take a deep breath. Fill your lungs with oxygen. Hold your breath. And as you exhale, communicate this thought to that pain in the body. I release you with love and grace. Just think that thought very gently into it. I release you with love and grace. And do 3 breaths like that, where your hands are over the place the pain is. You're drawing the breath in. And as you're exhaling, I release you with love and grace. And make certain your tone of voice reflects that you're doing this with love and grace. And do that 3 times. And once you finish the 3rd time, put in the comment section what you experience, so other people can bear witness to what occurs for you when you do that. So it's not just something that's just a bunch of words. So they get to hear that. It's emotionally connected, by the way, Laura. It's about something you're holding on to from your past. Just want you to be aware of that. And one more question. Where are you? Yes, Kim. Kim is asking about any insight on my son and his finances, house situation, fiance's house situation. They are stressed. They need to shift the energy of stress, because there's a bunch of things. They're telling me there's a bunch of things that can happen, but their stress is preventing it from happening. So if they can literally just let their stress go and just release the energy of stress from their minds and bodies, just for 10 minutes even. For 10 minutes. They're telling me for 10 minutes. If they can spend 10 minutes to completely release their stress together, they can even sit and hold hands and together just completely let go of all the stress from their bodies, all the stressful thoughts from their mind. If they can sustain that stress-free energy for 10 minutes, an event is going to happen. That's going to be a surprise that will let them know that this process can affect change in their lives. Remember, emotion is connected to, the emotions that you hold are connected to your external events. The emotions that you hold in your body, hold in your mind, are directly related to the events of time and space that you're experiencing. I want to thank you for that question. I want to wish your son and his fiance a blessing in that situation. Yes. So many beautiful questions. I really appreciate you guys coming in live today. I think we're good. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful, a joyful day. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the Monday edition of Shortcuts Your Soul. We got Archangel Michael coming in, who wants to talk about the greatest liberation ever. And I'm looking forward to that. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. Bye for now, everybody.